all the way. I really wanted to finish, and in the end, my efforts paid off. His mother and I and the sisters were all very happy that he came back safe and sound, with the added bonus that for the first Dakar he got a really good result, and that brought him the attention, or to the attention, of the Chinese team, Cove. It's a great opportunity for me to gain experience, and the team needed a European rider to develop in European markets, and someone younger could help them develop the bike, so we came to an agreement. Honestly, he says, I'm not feeling any extra pressure. There's a bit more expectation, and we'll be looking at the results, but it's a new team, a new bike, and we don't know exactly where we are with the new machine just for now. I'll give it my best shot, and we'll see how things develop. We wish him luck. The quads back on June patrol. Well, the first part traversed by Alexander Giraud with a slender overnight edge over Manuel Andújar. Restless night. Tired, but prepared to rearrange. This is Giraud. Well, top three driving it in the highway dunes. Said 428 kilometers was tough to swallow, but all good. We're halfway through, so it's going well. Next week, it'll be a big fight for man and machine. Giraud hosted Manuel Andújar in his home not too long ago, and the Argentine giving the Frenchman the cold shoulder. Maverick and Iceman going head-to-head. Well, I'm really tired, but the strategy is to finish. It's great that we made it to the end of the stage. It was incredible, and I'm happy to remain the top quad, he says. No favours. Marcelo Medeiros wanted to be part of the dogfight, but not back early enough for any potential volleyball match. Brazilian headed out first yesterday after his third special success, returning 24 minutes down, 3/4 of an hour overall. Medeiros aims to go again after a well-earned rest. We're done, so I'm happy that we made it here. Now I'm going to sleep well and fight for what I can in this Dakar, he says. Hani Al-Noumaizi is getting stuck into the Dakar debut on home sands. A promising third place in the last FIM Baja World Cup. The 38-year-old gaining experience. He's currently lies 7th overall. 3 GCF Moto quads planned for the W2 RC season, but now Lithuanian Andreas Kanopkinas going it alone for the experience. Giraud up 3 minutes at one point, but Andújar returned to the airbase, having conceded just 1 minute and 25 to his rival. Giraud and Andújar going supersonic to leave Medeiros behind. 18 minutes between them at the top two. We'll finally see the quads finale that we deserve. It's going to be great. $6 a.m. somewhere in the empty quarter. Around 150 kilometers left of the 48-hour chrono stage for the ultimates. Time to hit the road just after sunrise. Lucas Moraes started the morning lying 6th on the stage.
Still quite long because it's only dune, so gotta keep focused, gotta not lose sight of the whole stage and keep going.
Nasser Al-Attiyah packed up his tent, opened the stage. The Qatari had found it difficult opening the stage on the first section of this chrono, and you can see why. No tracks to follow, just him, Mathieu Burel, and the desert. As if to illustrate the navigation struggles, either he or Matthias Ekström were going the wrong way at this point, but Al-Attiyah was driving brilliantly until disaster.
broke this one, you see, it's the upright just in the small impact, you know, and yeah, it looked like not strong enough.
Wheel hub was cracked too. Alitair will still be able to give a cheery wave to Sebastian Loeb as he came flying by. The ProDrive Hunter made it to the end of the stage after waiting over an hour for a support truck to bring the required parts for repair.
Everything is not finished, but we try, you know, to play now for the world champion, you know. I will try also to help Sap, you know, and to be behind him. At least, you know, he can win this Dakar.
Well, together they might just. Marcus Bogart entered the Dakar for the third time this year. The ProDrive Hunter, run by the the ex-Rallye team. The 46-year-old, three-time Brazilian cross-country champion, finished 7th in the Rallye de Morocco at the end of the year. Dakar hasn't gone quite as well as Bogart had hoped it would. 13th on stage 3, his best result, but the 7-hour-long special suited the Brazilian, and although he was running 10th going into the final, slipped down to 15th at the line. Julien de Villiers had a quiet but steady rally so far. He's a joint record 20 consecutive starts without a retirement, so consistency is very much his strength. The 2009 winner, you may remember, was third on the opening stage, 7th place today, launched him up to 6th, 1 hour and 25 minutes off the lead. Martin Prokop, been flirting with the fringes of the top 10 for much of the rally so far, and his Ford Raptor has been very consistent, apart from a blip on stage 1 when he placed between 9 and 11 over the stage. Today, an exception, as the 48-hour chrono saw the Czech finish an excellent 6th.
It was great, great idea to do a stage like this. We enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of driving in the dunes. With the overnight in the tent, it was great, a great experience. So we enjoyed it. Happy to be here because we saved the car as much as possible. So the car was fantastic. It was fantastic driving in the dunes. It was pretty long, but really we enjoyed it.
Prokop 7th overall. Well, for the second stage in a row, Gelan Shishirit had a fairly trouble-free run. The Overdrive Racing Hilux made it look like light work out there, hundreds of kilometres in the dunes, really suited it and him. Shishirit now up to the top 10 overall, having been 19th at the start of the 48-hour chrono. That's how things can change. Lucas Moreira sits in the mix to make it a second podium in 2 years at the Dakar. After his brilliant third place last year, the Brazilian is running 4th overall after picking up a 4th place finish on stage 6. And now that Al Rajhi has crashed out, he is the lead Toyota, although he's just over an hour and a half off the lead. Matthias Ekstrom lost around 5 minutes to his teammate Sainz today, mainly thanks to getting stuck on the blade of a dune. Supposed to take them at an angle, mate. Well, after Stefan Pederhansel dropped out of contention yesterday, Ekstrom and Sainz are the only two remaining Audis. He and Emil Bergqvist dug themselves out, you'd be pleased to know, and ended the stage in 3rd place. Happens to the best. Sainz led the 48-hour chrono pretty much the whole way. And with Al Rajhi out and Al Nasser losing hours, the Spaniard back into the lead of the Dakar and looking set to win stage 6. But there was a certain Frenchman who, well, had other ideas. Look at him fly. Sebastian Loeb was absolutely gunning it. Running 3rd at 400 kilometres, he was now right with Sainz on the dunes. Loeb got past the Audi, an absolute mission, and sometimes literally flying. What a battle. Just how wonderful are these pictures. Sainz finally saying, if you must, I have to. And he did. Wonderful. Loeb got ahead on the road, but also crucially on the timesheets. And whether the 15-minute loss on stage 5 was completely worth it remains to be seen, but a full attack, meaning that this morning gave Loeb his second victory of 2024, winning stage 6. I love his winning interviews. Let's have a look. Well, I was counting on starting pretty far behind, so those who had planned the same strategy but were closer to Nasser eventually ended up blocked by him. Because the opening car goes slower, but Nasser managed one hell of an opener, and I suspect there was some tracks, the same tracks at times, so no one really caught up with him. Loeb, supreme, look at that. Can he go all the way? Let's see. So the first 48-hour chrono ends with a victory for Sebastian Loeb. Seth Quintero up there as well. This is Carlos Sainz, who retakes the rally lead. Tremendously difficult stage, he said. Today, I had a problem, and I was stuck in the dunes. We lost several minutes, but summary of these 2 days is a good one for me, and we're leading the way. And the rest day, well, we'll see. It's a good result for us, for Audi. And now we hope that we can manage a good second week. Can you imagine? 61 years of age, doing the job? He's burying his emotions at the moment. Sainz and Ekstrom leads the Audi 1-2 with Sebastian Loeb in third, less than 30 minutes behind, but Al Rajhi, Peder Hansel and Nasser Al-Attiyah are all no longer in contention. 1980, the start of the Trocadero, going through France. This is Nicole Metro. We're in the Place de Trocadero, where Thierry Sabine decided to give the start of the Paris-Dakar. 1st of January. Well, the day after New Year's Eve, and there were just so many people. It was quite surprising because this was only the second Dakar ever, and in fact, we were at the time when everyone wanted to become an adventurer, so in one way or another, it was hugely popular. We leave from Paris, it's cold, and we're all bundled up in our wet gear. We arrived in Orléans and said, okay, there's a special stage. And then we had the stage in the mud with lots of people, and actually we were a bit anxious because we were afraid of driving in France in these conditions because we were going to break the engines perhaps, and we just wanted to get on the boat. What's really